NFL players being ghetto and turning into suburban white boy, to players switching up their bodies, transforming their hair, and so much more. A lot of NFL players went through different transformations, starting with Tom Brady's secret that cost him over $100,000. Even though Brady showed up to the NFL Combine weighing 211 pounds, looking soft as hell, and had team scouting reports saying he looked frail with no strength, somehow, Brady started becoming the best football player ever anyways, as he began looking like a normal in-shape quarterback out of nowhere. People thought it was only because he ate a ton of vegetables, and was rumored that he drank damn near 25 glasses of water a day. But once he eventually retired, fans also noticed his face transforming by looking way too tight. His forehead had no wrinkles, and that he was looking like Squidward to the point that this one guy thought he'd been bitten by a zombie or something. Brady was secretly doing something he lied about, claiming it was all diet and exercise, but it's pretty obvious he had some help. It turned out that Brady actually spent $20,000 on veneers, turning his normal teeth into that perfect smile, $30,000 on a facelift to have a TikTok boy jawline, and even $40,000 for Botox injections that made his forehead look like a wax figure. So, adding all that up, Brady spent almost $100,000 to completely transform what he looks like. But since he only had a few things done, it's absolutely nothing compared to another NFL star who went from this to transforming his body over 50 times. See, just check how Max Crosby looked growing up. White as hell like he was a ghost or something. But all that changed when he turned 17 and transformed his body illegally.
I took my brother's ID. I was 17 years old. It was just my last name and the year I was born. And then I got my great-grandma on my forearm. I got this from my mom. My great-grandma was super close to her. She passed away when I was young, so that's why I want to get it, for my mom, but also her.
Yeah, and from there, Max started flooding his body in tattoos. His home state, a tribute to XXX, the Raiders logo, a nickname fans gave him for being such a beast, and plenty more. Even after all of that, his body went through the biggest transformation of his life when 5 tattoo artists did a 13-hour session on him, adding MJ, Kobe, Muhammad Ali, and his most important tattoo of his daughter. In the end, Max's body's been covered in tattoos and transformed more times than I can even count. But Marvin Harrison Jr.'s transformation was so crazy, his teammate literally thought it was AI. See, as a young football player, he looked more like a skinny track star than a dominant wide receiver, which is exactly why his smaller size would eventually get him dominated during his first year in the NFL.
But I wouldn't say that he was an overwhelming physical specimen at the collegiate level, and I certainly don't think he was that in the NFL.
But once he heard critics like that, Marvin instantly wanted to prove them wrong by changing his workout routines and what he ate to completely transform his body. He forced himself to eat breakfast every morning to add in way more protein and even hit the gym way harder than ever before. Marvin started working out so much that once he came in for the new season with huge biceps after gaining 20 pounds of muscle, not only did one of his teammates avoid him out of embarrassment,
I have, but I try to stay a few rows down because he's lifting more than me, so I don't want any part of that, no.
Another teammate thought his transformation was so crazy that it was fake.
Thought it was AI, the pictures were fake.
But listen, gaining over 20 pounds of muscle is nothing like the player who lost 100 pounds of fat. Russell Okung was a former NFL lineman who not only dominated damn near everyone because, he weighed over 300 pounds. It wasn't all a good thing because he was so overweight that he constantly needed oxygen on the sidelines just to breathe. But looking like all of that eventually changed after Russell retired because he went on a 40-day fast where the only thing he put in his body was water, and it ended up transforming his entire body.
Long term, water only, fasting. I did it. 40 days, no food, only water.
Just look, this man lost his double chin, almost gained a six-pack, and looked like a completely different person after losing 100 pounds. Just look at these before and after pics that he posted. God damn. Now, I could see why Russell is constantly working out just to continue staying in the best shape of his entire life. But what if I told you Scatabo, just joining the NFL, transformed everything about his life? As you can see by pictures of him as a kid or even a teenager, Cam looked like the most average suburban kid ever as if he talked like this.
I'm not a project baby anymore, I'm a suburbs kid. I'm a suburban.
And that didn't change much in college when Cam acted and looked almost the exact same. If anything, he actually grew his hair out with a mustache, making him look like a country boy. But once he made the NFL, whether it was getting a fresh haircut from a real barber, starting to wear a do-rag, or dressing with some actual drip, Cam's life was transforming daily. He even started fitting in with the culture by wearing bust-down watches, crazy diamond chains, and got a grill he flexed when he was hanging out with a streamer that usually kicks it with rappers. But since all these transformations were things other people also noticed and asked about, all Cam could say was,
Now I'm looking at you. Are you full white?
I'm Norwegian, and then I have a little bit of Portuguese in me.
Okay, you feel like you're a little spicy white. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't tell whether you got the chains.
I grew up with a lot of ghetto-ness in my life, so you know, I got a little bit of hood to me, but I also got some country to me
got
too.
A little Nick.
Yeah, you're a little spicy white. I don't know what it is, but
what you talking about? New York got a Nick.
well, they really said that because they saw him transform into a white YN. But that transformation is something he did by himself. There's 5 players who went through some of the craziest hair transformations in NFL history. Justin Jefferson eventually transformed just for a Super Bowl commercial, all because the NFL wanted him to after he transformed his hair plenty of times before. His journey not only started as this curly afro, then changed into a weird cut where only part of his hair was long. Once JJ got to the NFL and became a star while rocking his now iconic mini dreadlocks, yeah, he might have transformed his hair a bit by getting it braided into a crazy design or getting whatever the hell you call this. So eventually when the NFL was filming a commercial, they hired professionals to completely transform JJ again, but this time into a 1980s high school student. Yeah, and once millions of people around the world saw JJ's new retro low fade with a mini afro, fans compared him to Scotty Barnes and even said his transformation made him lose aura. But hold on. Speaking of Super Bowls, losing one of those made Patrick Mahomes permanently transform his head. Mahomes was known to have this standard curly mohawk because he's always rocked in the NFL and, you know, I always use it in thumbnails. He kept it like that because, well, I mean, apparently it was a good luck charm for him while becoming one of the best players the league's ever seen. But even though that's how he still looked in his second Super Bowl matchup against the Eagles, he threw 2 interceptions, got sacked 6 times. I guess it wasn't lucky after all. And Mahomes kind of agreed. That's why just over a week later, fans not only saw Mahomes' new shorter haircut while courtside at an NBA game and on social media, Mahomes actually clowned how his hair used to be.
Excited, like I've looked at some videos from last year, and I can't believe all you guys let me keep that nappy hair for so long. Like I look way better now with the short hair, so I'll be keeping this going forward.
Now, he could joke all he wants, but now after transforming his hair, his team is doing worse than they've ever done. So at least he only changed his hair one time. Unlike Joe Burrow, who didn't just go through multiple different hairstyles, his transformation eventually got him compared to a movie character. See, this right here is what many people would recognize as Joe's standard cut. And he had that for a while until out of nowhere, dude showed up with a beach blonde buzz. This dude looked like the real Slim Shady, which even had the Bengals posting, "Guess who's back?" But Joe eventually changed his hair after that to this even uglier style known as frosted tips, before changing it again where he had short emo bangs covering his eyes and made him look depressed. Then before he changed his hair a final time, Joe ranked all of his previous styles.
I'm gonna blind rank a few of my haircuts here, see what it's all about. I like doing crazy stuff to my hair. This one I'll put it 2. We'll give this one a 4. I like my hair a little longer these days. 3? This is from like the same time period. No, this one's 1 for sure. I like this one. I just got bored last year, buzzed it. And then when I buzzed it, I was like, well, let's do something crazy. And so I bleached it, and then I was gonna put some pink in there, but I ended up not doing it.
Come back to that pink idea?
Maybe, we'll see. You never know. You never know.
And after saying all of that, combined with how different all those cuts were, none of them compared to when people saw his hair a bit more grown up. People instantly said he looked like Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars. Great, now I can't unsee it. Regardless, I swear everyone posted about it, which had the internet going crazy over his hair transformation. But at least his hair didn't get him clowned too bad, like Travis Hunter's did. See, nobody said anything bad at first when Travis had little dreadlocks like this in college, or when he came out with the same hairstyle during the draft. It's the hair he's always had, is what everyone recognized him by, so nobody expected it to change, until he walked out for his first NFL game. Now, to me, Travis being almost bald made him look like a mix of these 2 cartoon characters. To other fans though, they didn't just clown his hair like crazy, they said it made him look like the annoying orange, and even one of the Ninja Turtles. It's just crazy his hair went from looking like this to a transformation into this. But Odell Beckham's hair transformation wasn't just different, it became as colorful as a rainbow. The first color he had was blonde when Odell created his own signature cut, a a fade with a slight afro mohawk, which pretty much took over the entire world, man.
You know, I wanted to embrace a look that you made popular. This is rocking because of you right now.
But listen, even though his ramen noodle looking hair got him recognized everywhere, and not only had kids all over the planet going into barbershops to copy his style, a popular shampoo brand partnered with him just so they could use his hair all over the internet to promote their product.
Greatness.
But eventually he retired that style. And not only did he commit to keeping it short like this, Odell kept transforming his hair, like when he dyed it gray, red, pink, light green, then many different shades of purple, before finally turning part of his hair blue. I swear dude's hair looked like Sully from Monsters, Inc. But instead of keeping the crazy themes going, nowadays, Odell's entire transformation led to him ironically ending having one of the most basic, colorless cuts of his entire life. Damn, man. Just scrolling through all pics of his different cuts, I swear nobody's gotten more head game than Odell. But even though Baker Mayfield also went through a transformation with his hair, it wasn't hair on top of his head. I'm talking about his face, duh. Baker's facial hair started like every other young guy, clean without hair, until he was finally able to grow out a short beard. Then, it started getting crazy when he turned his mustache into something only Hulk Hogan could pull off.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Eventually though, Baker transformed his facial hair even more in the NFL when he grew out a thick-ass jungle beard that he needed a special product for. This man even transformed his facial hair 3 times in one day when he showed up to a game with a beard, then he came out for the game with a handlebar mustache, and finally after losing, he was rocking just a pedo stash.
And the original thought for me to do the handlebars, I was undefeated before Sunday with the handlebar mustache, so I shaved it off because I didn't deserve it.
Thankfully, ever since then, Baker's mainly stuck with a normal-looking short beard, but not every NFL transformation is that innocent. It's what changed with Antonio Brown turned him from an NFL star into a potential murderer. Yeah, hearing that is crazy because AB would have never been in that situation earlier in his career. He was initially known as a hardworking guy who just wanted to be the best player he could be. I mean, fans absolutely loved AB because he spent time with them in the community, his skills got him rewarded with being on the cover of Madden, he was having some of the highest jersey sales in the league, and he wasn't involved in any off-the-field controversies. But as level-headed as he once was, his entire life transformed after one game where he took a brutal hit. That illegal hit knocked AB out and became known as the moment that gave him CTE, which is a brain disease that causes aggression and crazy mood swings that isn't curable. And from that point on, everything about him and his personality changed. From randomly getting heated during interviews.
It's okay, I'm not saying that you've been in LA, this is Liberty City, my boy. This is gang violence, John Doe.
To apparently farting on his doctor. AB even went live on Instagram where he was beefing with cops.
How you gonna get a bill and you don't even have a job and you can't even pay the insurance?
Then on the field, he caused so many issues that he wasn't just traded to the Raiders where more controversies got him cut before playing a single game. He eventually joined the Patriots, which also didn't last long, and he even played on the Buccaneers before getting released for stripping in the middle of the game and storming out. After leaving that stadium in the NFL though, things only got worse. He tried to become a rapper, where he dropped some of the worst songs I've ever heard. Then when that career thankfully ended, he became a full-time Twitter troll, which is damn near still his full-time job. Acting crazy online is one thing. Nobody expected him to do something way more insane in real life. Until one night in Miami, after Aiden Ross's boxing event, a massive brawl broke out that involved AB.
Oh my God!
He fired off 2 shots to scare the people trying to rob him, which grazed someone's neck and got him taken into custody. Eventually, AB tried fleeing to Dubai to evade arrest, but was eventually extradited back to the United States where he was charged with attempted murder. So, dude really became a real-life criminal after being an NFL star? Crazy. But the corniest transformation in the history of NFL transformations only happened because of Taylor Swift. Now, alright, just looking at her, I definitely wouldn't change anything for that thing. But for Travis Kelce, before he met her and first got to the NFL, Kelce always wore outfits that fit in with the culture. He talked with some slang.
What up, what up, what up?
And even had a clean fade.
You talk about going to the barbershop. They got the pictures up and you point what you want. When you have them pictures up, Trav, when did you start pointing to the black guys? Cause you don't wear white boy haircuts.
Not only that, Kelce also loved rap music.
In terms of rappers, J. Cole is awesome, man. I love his lyrics. I love his style of rapping, his artistic ability. And then, I mean, Drake keeps coming out with bangers.
And if that didn't show his personality enough, he also dated multiple girls where every single one of them proved he had a little bit of a dark type.
White meat or dark meat? Gotta answer this carefully.
Respectfully, I'll take the dark meat. It tastes good. It tastes a little bit better.
But alright, even though Kelce clearly had a specific way of living his life, everything about him was about to transform when he met Taylor Swift. After they got together, the first thing he did was ditch the fade to start growing his hair out like a preppy college kid, which had him taking pics, posed like a cornball. Then, dude stopped wearing chains or dope designer clothes and shoes. Instead, he switched to cardigans, suits, even loafers, looking like he was about to go to a country club instead of an NFL game. After that, it got even worse when he was performing on stage with Taylor, went to all her shows, started liking her music more than rap.
Oh, hell no!
Now, if that wasn't enough of a transformation, Kelce even completely changed how he talked.
What took you so long to jump on podcasts?
Once fans heard that, they didn't just tweet that his transformation was like watching an angel lose its wings. All they could say was,
he was swaggy out. Swaggy, he had the beard. All the black women was enamored by him. He had the fits with the Gucci Uggs or whatever. He's swaggy. He starts dating Taylor Swift. Now cuz look like a state trooper.
He do.
You're not even lying, bro.
Yeah, man, ain't no way Taylor's kitty is that good to the point where it should make someone change as much as Kelce did. But ironically, ever since, this man's playing the worst football of his entire career since the transformation, so I don't know what the hell he's doing, man.